Hey everyone, this is Luke again, and welcome to a special episode of Remember This, the Ninjago series where I take a look at a very obscure Ninjago media that isn't really talked about that much. The reason why I say it's a special episode is because this is the last full video length episode of this series. The rest of the episodes will be reduced to shorts as the topics I cover in those. There's just way too much to discuss, and if I did that, it would be like 20 minutes in length. And I didn't think you would watch a 20-minute video of me talking about all the certain amount of things, like the books and the games and whatnot. So I'm gonna reduce those to shorts because honestly, I've been having some good luck with shorts. I mean, that ninja headband video somehow got nearly 2,000 views. So, but let's finish this out. This full length video of Remember This with arguably one of the most famous pieces of obscure Ninjago media, and that is the Dark Island Trilogy. Now, this is what I'm going to read off of the Ninjago wiki. Um, the Dark Island Trilogy is a set of three graphic novels that take place during the main timeline events that would be Skybound. Wu is the focus character. Klaus served as the main antagonist, and the Sky Pirates and the Shadow Army served as the villainous factions. Um, Part 1 was released August 8th, 2016. A day later, Part 2 was released, and a day after that, Part 3 was released, so August 8th, 9th, and 10th of 2016, respectively. And it was published by Little and Brown Books for Young Readers. And it's set between Season 6 and Day of the Departed. So I'm going to be reading the summaries and not like the entire plot of these. Part 1. After investigating the Dark Island following the disappearance of several sailors, Misako and Ronin are attacked by pirates in the midst of a storm. Sometime later, their boat washes up back in Ninjago. Wu, who has been meditating for some time and sensing a growing threat, quickly assembles the six ninja to take the Destiny's bounty in search of them, bringing along a mysterious crate in the process. Unfortunately, the group is caught in a storm on the way to the island that scatters them, with Kai waking up on what appears to be a vast desert. Wu wakes up and finds the bounty damaged nearby, only for Lloyd to appear and being chased by a group of angry gorillas. After eluding them, uncle and nephew get the bounty seaworthy and begin sailing upriver, with Wu noting that the influence of dark matter appears to be growing stronger all around them in his journal entries. Elsewhere, Jay and Nia awaken at No Man's Bluff and find their communicators inactive, and so begin searching for the others. They soon come across an unexpected sight: the pirates who attacked Misako and Ronin, who happen to be members of Nadakon's crew, though only Jay and Nia remember the events of their previous encounters due to Jay's wish, which I think is still bullshit. The pirates have captured Ronin, who reveals that he was forced off their ship only for it to disappear along with Misako. As the ninja and pirates battle, the Leviathan appears and grabs Ronin, and Nia orders Jay to stop the pirates while she deals with it. However, he helps free Ronin instead, and the thief unveils his new mech and aids Nia in driving off the sea beast. The trio then set off to find Misako. Part 2. Lloyd and Wu continue their journey up the River of Darkness, only to notice the effects of the dark matter upon the environment and be affected by it themselves, with Lloyd abusing his powers before taking off alone in search of Misako. Wu is similarly affected, with an insect bite causing him to envision a dark copy of himself who taunts him for using the ninja for his own gains. However, Wu is able to banish this illusion. Meanwhile, Zane and Cole awaken, and after encountering a large bird, find a mine where Misako and the captured fishermen are being forced to dig up dark matter. An enraged Lloyd arrives and begins attacking, but Zane and Cole are able to calm him down before going after Misako, who has fallen under the influence of the dark matter but is purified by Lloyd's energy. The Sky Pirates mass for another attack, but the three ninja are the freed prisoner and the free prisoners are aided by the arrival of Ronan, Nia, and Jay. Elsewhere, Wu discovers that the villain behind the troubles of the Dark Island is none other than Klaus, who had to come off the island after failing to acquire the Teapot of Tyron due to Jay's final wish to Nauticon. Having used his magic to forcibly recruit Nauticon's crew, Klaus now seeks to use dark matter to corrupt the Temple of Light, which will reunite the Dark Island and Ninjago as a landmass of darkness that Klaus will control. Klaus escapes Wu aboard Misfortune's Keep while the ninja acquire new vehicles created by Monkey Wrench and purified by their elemental energy. Cole then discovers Wu but is sent to search for Kai, who is missing. Kai, who's been wandering lost in the Billy Badlands, this is part 3 by the way, is captured by a pair of pirates but rescued by Cole. Oh god, you're encouraging the lava shippers. Whose partial immunity to the dark matter enables him to reason with a partially corrupted Kai. The pair of acquired new vehicles set out to meet with the other ninja, eventually succeeding in doing so and making their way towards the Temple of Light. Unfortunately, the final convoy of dark matter needed to overwhelm the Temple of Light's defenses and corrupt it is already in motion, and the Dark Island itself is falling into chaos as a result of the evil energies. The ninja team reunites and attempts to stop the convoy, only to be attacked by Klaus and nearly buried under a magical sandstorm. Undeterred, the heroes make their way to the Temple of Light, determined to stop Klaus or die trying. Upon arriving at the temple, the ninja find that Klaus's plan is already well underway and are forced to confront his shadow army and sky pirates. Defeat seems inevitable, but Wu arrives and reveals the context of his crate, his father's golden mech, which he soon pilots into battle against Klaus. Klaus responds by creating his own shadow mech from the members of his army, and the two engage in a battle only for Wu to emerge victoriously. The merging of Ninjago and the Dark Island is halted. The Temple of Light is restored to its original glory, and a vortex draws Klaus unwilling to accept his and a vortex draws Klaus into the underworld. Klaus, who is unwilling to accept help from his enemies. With the Sky Pirates captured and the balance restored, for the time being, the ninjas celebrate their victory. However, after returning to Ninjago, Wu notes in his journal that he senses another threat on the horizon, something involving Kai and Nia's mother and father, and two twins he believed were lost to time. Okay, now we're in the trivia section. In the early stage, Tommy Andreasen, Tommy Kalmar, and Kenneth Bond spent a day at Andreasen's house brainstorming ideas for the trilogy. They wanted to explore underutilized elements from the TV series and tie-in components from Skybound and Day of the Departed, the two adjacent TV installments. Greg Farshtey, the author of the series, stated how this was different than his other writing roles, and he was more akin to writing a movie novelization because it was a story someone else had already come up with. The journal was originally going to be Misako's. Despite never being directly mentioned in the series, the events of the novels are considered by the writers to have a more significant role in Ninjago's history than Day of the Departed, as the latter did not receive a mural and was not seen in the intro of Marchione, unlike the book series, which is very strange. This is the first time where Wu serves as the primary protagonist. The Golden Mech makes its first appearance since Rise of the Spinjitzu Master. The Temple of Light makes its first appearance since codename Arcturus. The Sky Pirates all return, none of which would remember the events of Skybound, as the events were erased in the way back. All the Sky Pirates are incarcerated in Crypteria prison by the end of Part 3. Klaus is banished to the underworld. The Ultrasonic Raider, Rock Rotor, and Tumbler all make their first appearances in Part 2, revealed to have been built by Monkey Wrench. These novels also mark the first appearance of Ronan's salvage MEC and his new appearance. Wu has visions of both Day of the Departed and the Hands of Time, seeing all resurrected villains: Master Yang, Crux, Achronix, Ray, and Maya. Each book in the series has 2 season recaps at the end of the novel. Part 1 contains a recap for Rise of the Snakes and Legacy of the Green Ninja. Part 2 contains a recap of Rebooted and Tournament of Elements. And Part 3 contains a recap for Possession and Skybound. The events of the 3 novels take place over the course of 32 days. Similarly to Ninjago Decoded, the trilogy starts with an unknown villain who is ultimately revealed to be a villain the ninja have previously fought. I cannot speak today. There will likely not be similar books in the series due to the poor distribution of this trilogy. This led to the halt in production of another story, Amber Legacy, which would have explained the backstory of Skylar's mother. I'm pretty sure it's now called Amber Spiral now. According to Tommy Kalmar, Rex Ogle from Little Brown was the writer for Wu's journal. Little Brown, that's what it meant. The story was partly inspired by the Mad Max franchise, specifically Mad Max Fury Road, being described by Kalmar as Ninjago meets Mad Max. This is especially prominent with Kai's storyline in the desert for Part 3. Additionally, Apocalypse Now served as an unintentional inspiration, specifically for Wu journeying down the River of Darkness into Destiny's Bounty. The events of this trilogy, specifically Jay and Nia encountering Misako and Ronin, is mentioned by Jay when assuring the other ninja that Ronin can be trusted. Here are some errors. When Kai meets Klaus for the first time in Part 3, he mentions Garmadon had taken care of them in the Corridor of Elders, referring to the events of the 4th season's finale, the Corridor of Elders, in which Garmadon sacrificed himself to banish Chen and his army to the Cursed Realm, despite Klaus being sent to the Cursed Realm prior to this episode during his battle with Garmadon in the Day of the Dragon. Okay, you're forgetting that the greatest fear of all. So I think it's supposed to say 2 episodes prior, not the episode prior. It is possible that Kai was not aware of their battle in the jungle and just assumed that Klaus had been banished along with Chen and the rest of Anacondre cultists. He literally saw it. So I don't. But I do think he may have been unaware. So possibly good explanation. And the ninja are surprised to see Klaus is alive as a ghost, although they had previously encountered him in the canon live stage play at the Realm of Shadows, which honestly it doesn't deserve to be canon considering there's so many things wrong with it, and I'm still pissed that Shadow of Ronin is not canon despite it fitting perfectly in the timeline. Sorry if I'm getting a little off track here, but that's it. That is going to be it. So thank you for all those long form Remember This episodes. They were incredibly fun to make, and I will miss them. I will miss making those episodes, but don't worry. As I said before in the previous in the intro of this video, you'll be getting the remainder 6 episodes as shorts. So there'll still be more Remember This to come, just not in this style. But anyways, what do you guys think about the Dark Island Trilogy? Let me know in the comments down below. But anyways, I hope you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel by clicking the red subscribe button, and click on the notification bell to receive every video that I will upload. And I'll see all you folks in the next video. Bye-bye!